Today we're going to fold the Cockatoo, a nice plane that has a crest on the nose of the plane. So here we go, let's get amongst it. Take your sheet of A4 and fold it in half lengthways. This sets up the bones, the structure for your plane. And we're going to open that up and we're going to fold down into the center using that center crease as a guide. That sets up a really nice house shape. Once you've got your house shape, we're going to fold the plane down to a crease that's 122 millimeters off the bottom of the page. So something about there. You can get a nice ruler to measure that out. I think I've got it down though. Once you've got to that point, we're going to fold it back up, lining up these corners so that you have a shorter house shape. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip the page over and we're going to fold this nose down to the line that we've created. So it's going to look like that. Now what we're going to do is flip it back over once more, and we're going to take this edge, this roof edge, and fold it down to the middle line. You'll notice that when you do that fold, the paper starts to pop up. It's a really interesting feature. So this is kind of a fold and an open pop and squash fold, which is pretty technical. This is quite an advanced plane. Again, once you've done one side, you want to match what you've done to the other, making sure everything is nice and symmetrical and even. So you'll end up with something like this. Now, what we want to do to set up some later folds is fold that wing up so it's ready to be tucked in under at a later stage. Like that. Alright, now what we're going to do is fold the wings in half along that crease that's already there, and we're going to fold that wing down, making sure the angle of attack meets at the bottom corner of the plane. Do the same to both sides. You should end up with something like this. Now, to bring some of that weight from the front a little bit further back, I'm going to fold into the top wings, making sure we squash those folds down nice and neatly. So you'll notice that what I've just added there is this line at the top. Now, to make that crest of the plane, what we need to do is to invert the crease that's tucked into the middle of that plane. So what I'm going to do is just going to use my fingers to get in underneath that sheet and fold into the middle to pop that crest up the other direction. Once I get it to where I need to, I squash that fold down by squeezing in the middle. Now the last step is to go back to those folds that we previously did and make sure they're tucked in underneath. So you can do that by flipping them or inverting them back the other way. And there we have it, a pretty neat plane. If you'd like to embellish with a more of a upturned crest like the ones here, you just make a little tiny adjustment to that front so that you mimic the sulphur crest on an Australian sulphur crested cockatoo. Beautiful plane, really nice fly too.